Today on Tech Business, we take you through basic tips on security for digital platform users. Henry Coppola, lead of tech firm Eyes of Africa, joins us for more, as always. Henry, how safe are our digital platforms in Ghana to start off with?
Thank you very much, Charles. So there have been quite a number of hacking issues that have been happening on our digital spaces, especially from people in Ghana. And I think that is just based on quite a number of precautions that a lot of people don't put in place whenever they have to be on the digital platforms. And so for me, it's really about how people can keep themselves space on the digital platforms.
Great. And walk us through some safety tips to stay safe online.
Okay, so first of all, what I would always advise people to do relatively now is to have a proper email password. That's the right point where you get into most of these digital spaces. And so having a good email password is very important for you to keep yourself space. When you're setting up passwords, it's better if you don't use your phone numbers or date of birth. You use passwords that are credible, has upper cases, lower cases, and special characters. And I think that I'd have advised that you can just write some of these passwords in a book where you can always make references to them. Second thing is always to set up what we call the OTP, or this two-factor authentications on these platforms. It is very important that whenever you're setting up your account, you make sure that there's a two-factor authentication. What it means is that it means you can get SMS or you can use special codes whenever you are logging into any of these platforms.
Indeed, and of course, I believe that people are going to be taking notice of that. But you're talking about passwords. Give us an example. So if, for example, I'm signing on to a particular application with a password of, let's say, 100,000, is it okay to use such passwords? Because we've realized that so many people are using alphanumerics for their passwords, combining numbers with alphabets.
Exactly. So it's very difficult to hack into numbers that are like that. So I always advise that you use the alphanumerics and then add special characters. Some websites would actually tell you if the password is strong enough so it cannot be decrypted. But usually it's also very important that you write these passwords down so that you can always remember them at any particular point in time. So using alphanumeric passwords is very, I think I would recommend that, and you can always write them somewhere. What I can also recommend is that you can also try and put in place the two-factor authentication, like I mentioned already, which makes use of the phone verification method, where you can use your phone number to push in a code whenever you need to log in. So whenever somebody tries to log into any of your social media platforms, you can actually receive a notification. One of the things that you should realize is that your PIN is special to you. You're not supposed to give any PIN to anybody. I've had a number of hacking issues where people have been asking for other people's PIN numbers whenever these OTPs are sent, and then they give them to numbers. Your PIN is special to you. It's only for your login, and so your PIN should never be given up to you. One of the most important thing I've also realized.
Great. In just a minute, Henry, I want to find out from you, what about the advent of fingerprints and, eye-coded, recordings? Are these the best solutions to those who are very bad at passwords?
They can't be till you lose your phones, and so you have to always reset them. So like I always say, just have a second opinion when it gets down to the password. So whenever you're using your fingerprint or using your eye for authentications, there's always a second alternative which these logins would always give you. Right. So I think that it's better for you to use the passwords so you can sort of remember them most of the times, but keep them in a private book that you can have access to them whenever you lose them.
Henry, grateful that you could join us. We could do this sometime next Wednesday on Tech Business. Folks, that's how we end the marketplace. I'm Charles Aite. Many thanks for watching.